joining us now is my good friend, Bill Meachem. He's the owner and founder of the Barter Authority, also the author of a great book called Smarter Companies Barter. And I'm part of Barter Authority. I love the Barter Authority because you meet a lot of great people. It's like a network. It's like a family. And I've had tremendous success with it. I love everybody I meet on it. It's a big part of what we do. It's become a part of our business plan. And it's better than cash, as they say. And he's with us now. Hey, Bill, great to have you.
Good morning, John. Thanks for the compliment. Glad to be with you.
You know what I love about your company the best is I love the people you bring together, because it's different business owners that come together for a common place and a common cause. And there's a lot of great people I've met, and I enjoy working with them. But I tell you what, we're in an uncertain time. When you're in an uncertain time, what you want to do is you want to reserve your cash. Because you have to buy things, though, and you have to run a business. And you can reserve your cash by joining the Barter Authority, and you have things to barter. It's all done for you. It's all turnkey, but you get to save your cash in the bank and do what you have to do. And the thing is, even though it's not on the barter, like you might look at the thing, I need this, oh, it's not there. I just pick up the phone, I call Bill or I call John, and they get it done. These people get things done. Bill, tell us about the success of your company and how important it is now.
Well, the fact, they're like you say, John, everybody's tight with cash, and we're the only the legal alternative out there. And I didn't say we're the total answer, but we've got an opportunity for people who have excess inventory, products or service sitting around doing nothing that becomes obsolete, to turn into connections. Like you say, the CEO, all we deal with are CEOs. And over 40 years of going out and just learning people just like yourself, a network of CEOs is very powerful. Having access to be meeting new people directly, our brokers continuously all day long spend time talking to nothing but CEOs and looking to find out what they're buying and selling and what they have access to or inventory or whatnot. And then we're on the phone with each client and also emailing the clients out products and services of what's available that could be a benefit for each company to take advantage of. And for those that are out there now, everybody, I'm getting so tired of hearing the words uncertainty times. But, the fact of it is we're in a new era. And our opportunity for business owners that are listening now need to take advantage. And I'll leave you my actual cell phone at the end of this if they would like to ask any questions to me personally.
Why don't you give it now, Bill?
It's 804-539-3198. And I'll give it again, 804-539-3198. Bill Meachem.
See, this is what I love about the Barter Authority. Obviously, there's companies that participate that, you can find on their site. I'll need stuff, and I don't even go there. So I just pick up the phone, and I call Bill. I said, Bill, I need office furniture. Bill, I need a chair. Bill, I need a refrigerator. Bill, I need an air conditioner. And they got so many contacts, they'll go figure it out, right? And then they'll call me back and say, call this guy up. So not only am I able to get that, but then I build a relationship with him. Now, obviously, you're going to need other things that might fall outside of it, but it's all about relationships. And so, guys, I have some extra ad space. The guy's got an extra office chairs. I need office chairs. I got ad space. We put it together. Everybody wins. I don't pay the cash for the chairs. He doesn't pay the cash for the advertising. And that's the way it works. Now, you can't do that 100%. But where it makes sense, this is a very effective tool. And look, there's a lot of barter companies out there that are just, they say one thing, but then they don't do crap. Barter Authority, that's the place to go.
That's a nice compliment. Yeah, we're in a situation, just like you say, the relationships mean more than everything. I'm going to tell you something real quick. You're gonna love this. You know what? I hate the word barter. You know why? Because everybody's got an opinion of what bartering in their own mind is. My corporate name is called, after externally doing this for so long and watching what happens after business owners meet business owners from our connections that would have never happened. I call it bank. My corporate name is Bank. We're not regulated like a bank, but I spell it capital B-A-N-C, capital M-A-R-C, Bank Mark. For more banking means more money, and marketing means more exposure. And internally, I watch deals happen all the time that people meet each other after our connections and dealing with CEOs, and we introduce CEOs back and forth. So it's not, the hardest part of business is cold calling, and we're your blanket for cold calling because we've already walked in the door and introduced these people to us. So these are all our friends, and once people get in the door after cold calling, business happens a whole lot easier, and we are the gatekeeper of helping businesses meet each other. And the cash rub-off business that happens from people who have good connections after they meet with us, referring to their friends, is unbelievable, John.
I can attest to it. For a long time, I wouldn't do barter because Ann did it, my CFO wanted no part of it. But you really have to look at it when you get involved in something like this. It is exactly like cash. There's no difference. And for those people that fail at this is when you treat it that way. We treat it like no different than a cash-paying customer or I'm buying something cash. The only thing is we're doing it on a different platform. You can almost think of it like you're doing with, cryptocurrency or something. It's really the same thing, but it's just not cash out of your bank account in there. So the whole thing is the way you approach it. And I love what you said, Bank Mark. I would have preferred the name of your company rather than the Barter Authority be Bank Mark, because I think that is really a better description of what this is. And I want any business owner that's listening to me now. I've been in the radio business now in Virginia for 9 years, right? 8. We're in year number 9 now, and we only started with Bank Mark and the Barter Authority about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So 8.5 years basically, we wouldn't do it, and my CFO was opposed to it. Anybody that called us up, she shut him down. No, we're not interested. Until finally, John Richard called me and he got on the phone with my wife, who's a CFO. We had a long talk about it and explained it to her and said, you have to look at this as cash. There's no difference. And if you do that, it changes your perspective. And it does. And, we have our philosophy on it, but we've been very successful. It's a fraternity of people that come together. And almost like when I'm involved, I was saying earlier, folks, about we've been with Liberty Health Share for, 8.5, 9 year period now. It's the same concept, people helping people in a community that comes together to meet each other's needs. And it's very unique. But you're right, Bill, especially on my end of it, because we're in media. None of my transactions are cold, right? We have to talk to the business owner. We have to understand what their advertising needs are. And the other thing, it's not 1-to-1. I've got people advertising with us that I don't buy any of their stuff because I don't need it, right? And I've got people that I buy their stuff from that don't advertise with me. You know why? They don't need it. That's what makes it different, Bill.
Yeah, it's just like a regular economy. What's crazy? The company started in 1980, and the concept never changes. It's a concept that I teach, and once you understand it as a business owner, I call it common sense. But it took from 1980 to 1996. In 1996, one of my major clients sent me a copy of the Journal of Accountancy, which for all CPAs, that's the Bible. And after we had been in business 16 years, the Journal of Accountancy finally realized and approved and okayed what our industry was to CPAs. So I'd go out and talk to CEOs just like you, and they would go back and they would love the concept and understand it and say, I need to go back and talk to my CEO. And I'd go, oh, no, please, who is your CEO? I mean, your CPA. Oh, no, let me be with you when you talk to them, because we were ahead of the game just doing that. So a lot of people lost a lot of money and contacts because CPAs told them not to do it back then.
I know, and it was the same thing because it doesn't make any sense. And especially in this time of uncertainty, I know we all hate saying that, but it is. No one knows what's going to happen. The best thing, anything that you can get involved with as a business owner to help grow your business, meet new people, understand what the future is going to benefit you going forward, no question. We're with Bill Meachem of the Barter Authority. He's the founder. He's the owner. Been there for how long, Bill? 35 years?
No, I've been here over 38.
38 years. You do anything for 38 years, that's a long
That's a long time, John. That's a
38
long
years.
time.
Bill, what do you see the future as the next 90 days? Richmond still under lockdown under Mayor LeVar Stoney. Can't go out, can't go outside, got to wear masks, can't eat out, can't get anything, got to do curbside. 90 days, Bill, what do you see?
Well, first of all, everybody that owns their own business as well as you and I do understand that we have an obligation for ourselves. That's the reason we're business owners. We don't ever leave it. And, strong business owners realize that you got to stay ahead of the game no matter what. That's just individually as business owners who we are, that we stand behind what we do and we don't give up. I look at it the next 90 days that everybody's ready to break, and people who are logical are going to do the right thing when they're out. But people are ready to go to work, and people are ready to get back and make their own income. That's what we do. We create our own sales. I look at it that it's kind of like a busting loose right now, that we're in a position that we're getting ready to, in my personal opinion, I feel, things are going to be getting back to normal, and the entrepreneurs are going to lead the way. Our situation now, I deal with IRTA, which is International Reciprocal Trade Association, which are like the lobbyists of the barter industry. And we've got a Zoom meeting on Thursday for a couple of hours, the CEOs of all the barter exchanges across the United States that are a part of it. Cool. And we see it as our day. This is not what I'm after, and this is not what anybody's after. But right now, we're in a position that we in the barter industry are looking for ways for people to find some way to wake up and realize that who we are and what we are is that we're partners with you guys, and that you guys need to reach out to us. And if we cannot help you, we will not waste your or our time. But I tell you, it's worthwhile, business owners. We're working this together. My group, and I've got the best, I'll tell you up front, I've got the best people around me I've ever had. And we have not stopped working. And we are out with every CEO working in their direction. So our industry, now's the time to learn about our industry, and I think it's going to be a major good part for every business that gets a part with us and checks us out.
Well, I tell you what, we've got about 5 months to get this thing back together. You're right. It's going to be entrepreneurs and small businesses are the ones that got crushed in this COVID-19 response, whatever you want to call it, the lockdown. Small businesses are the ones that got hammered. It's small businesses, Bill, that is definitely going to lead the way back into the promised land. If we are going to have an economic recovery, it's not going to be led by Walmart, Family Dollar,
you better believe it.
It's going to be led by businesses like yours and mine and restaurants and our customers out there like Hominy Hill Farm and Azoros and people like that. That's who's going to lead the comeback.
I've been talking, just like you and I worked on a couple of deals yesterday, John. I stay in touch with the industry, and I talk to the head people in restaurant industry. I talk to the head people in hotel industries, and they're biting at the bit. They're burnt out on this. They're ready to get back to it. And the people I'm talking to are just it's waiting and waiting and waiting. But these people I talk to are, man, they're ready to go. They're ready to get back to normal.
Well, they've been home long enough. Their people have been laid off. The other thing, I'm not in this position because I was able to save our team. But a lot of business owners that had to lay their people off or furlough their key people. Bill, in a small business, your people are everything. I mean, you train them. They become, part of your family in a way.
They are your family. They are your family. They're your extended family. I count on these people when I need them. That's why you create what you do, is the reason to give opportunity to other people. And my staff, and I'm speaking, I know you've got a great one, and hats off to everybody who's got dedicated people. But I count on my people on my right hand. But at the same time, it's like your family. You got to think about them before you think about yourself, which is an entrepreneur's dream that he took on when he did own his own business.
Well, I mean, you're only as good as your people behind you, and I'm blessed with some really good people, that over time have come to our company. I don't know what I would do without any of them. Kiara being one that answered the phone when you call
Yeah.
in. I mean, I get on the air at 6 a.m. She's got everything done. She shows up. She's there. If she's not there, on the
You're lost.
road,
You're
there's no
lost.
show. I mean, there's nothing. The dead air, right? There's
Well,
nothing
John,
there. And, I've got a whole team behind her that does a lot of different things from, Colleen to Al to Tina to everybody else. But it's like tomorrow I'm going to be live in Virginia Beach. And
you got a lot of commitment to you, John. You
know.
really are. You got a lot of commitment to you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I have some really, really good people. But look, we're out of time for this segment.